Alright, so for the most part, first off, I want to say speedy recovery to Adidas Stevenson. You know, he's going through some tough times right now. Took a loss, a really bad one. You know, career possibly over. I don't see him coming back from this. He possibly could. I mean, his nickname is Superman. You know, speedy recovery. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, so I have to give my condolences to his family. Going through a really hard time. I'm pretty sure he's the breadwinner of that family right now. I'm here to talk boxing, man. I fucking love boxing, yo. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on boxing all day, every day. I'm not a biased person when it comes to analyzing the fighters. It takes a lot to get in that square circle. You know, it takes a lot to wake up for training camp. I mean, it takes a lot just to eat for training camp. You know what I'm saying? I've never been put through championship training camp before, but I could imagine them 8 weeks feel like 2 years. It's hard, man. It's hard. With that said, I want to talk about an upcoming fight. One of my favorite fighters fighting. His name is Errol Spence Jr. Versus Mickey Garcia, another great champion, 4-time world champion, 4-division world champion. He beat in his most recent fights Adrian Broner and Robert Easter Jr., all from the same camp, about billions. None of those fighters are slumps, none of those fighters are pushovers, but none of them are Errol Spence Jr. Mickey Garcia could legit win 3 rounds. When I say legit, I mean he could take 3 rounds where there's no doubt that he won the rounds. But when a man could push your heart rate to 300 BPMs, you best be running. You best be sprinting. You know, and you can't just pick it up this training camp. Because what that's going to do is mentally, you might overtrain. And it's hard to say in this era with the chiropractor, speedy recovery and ice in the muscles, recovering. You could say it's almost impossible to overtrain, but you can overtrain. Errol Spence will take your heart rate to 300 BPMs. Yes, he'll take your heart rate to 300 BPMs. Not only will he do that, he'll do that in the 8th round. Ask Kell Brook. You know? I don't see it passing 8. I mean, technically, Mikey is amazing. He's great. He finds a way, and how he wins is he adjusts. He adjusts. He don't win by figuring you out. He don't win by being faster, by being stronger. He wins by adjusting. He knows how to adjust. He's as good of a coach as his brother is. You know? But Errol Spence Jr., man, when you talk about power in both hands, he's almost ambidextrous. When you talk about power in all punches, the jabs feels like the hooks. The jabs feel like the straight punches. The jabs feel like the power punches. The liver and kidney shots. I see a lot of people out here, man, talking about Mickey Garcia already won the fight for taking the fight. I mean, Mikey's doing 2 things that are very hard, okay? First thing that he's doing that's very hard, he's going to try to gain the weight for welterweight. Remember, he just fought at 135, Robert Easter. So he's has to gain 12 pounds while keeping his condition, while keeping his speed, while adjusting his power. Very hard. Within one training camp, impossible. I've seen Errol take flush shots to the chin. Was he hurt? Yeah. Did he show it for the most part? Nope. That means I see Errol breaking his will. Mikey's gonna hit him with his best shot. Errol's gonna smile and walk straight forward. Mickey Garcia has Robert Garcia in his corner, which is also great at adjusting. Now, Robert is a boxing savant. He's a boxing genius. He will find every loophole. Okay, but the only thing that could win Mikey this fight is Errol. I mean, Errol would have to come in that fight like, there's nothing Mikey could do to me. I'm going to eat all his punches and just walk him down. I don't see Derek allowing that to happen. Another very important point that I want to put in there that a lot of people might be like, okay. Errol was front row to that Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay knocked him out and he got up. Reminded Errol that anything is possible in the sport of boxing. Don't take nothing for granted. Be patient. Don't overthrow. I see Mikey breaking down, man. He's never hit the canvas. His mental is gonna be broken to hit the canvas, and he's gonna have to stay there. Because if he don't stay, they're gonna have to throw the flag in. Because Mikey, I feel like he's gonna be naive. He's gonna be stubborn, and he's gonna get up. And getting up too quick, or even getting up at all, could end your career with Errol. I mean, his punches could break bones. And that's the type of power he has to deal with. His body, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, Mikey's great, man, but he will not be able to take 5 rounds of those body shots. His body won't be able to adjust in the next 10 weeks. It won't. Nobody will be able to hit him to the body like Errol. They all headhunt. You know, Errol don't headhunt. Errol will stop you to the body. If Errol stops you to the head, you're in grave danger. Your life is in great danger, and I mean this sincerely. The wrong tempo shot could end you. I started off this video by showing my condolences to a great fighter, great champion, Adonis Stevenson. It only takes one hit, man. I mean, for Errol to lose, he's gonna have to lose 7 rounds. Mikey's not knocking out Errol. He couldn't stop Adrian. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be exciting. Mikey will be pushed. Mikey will see what he's really made of. That's what he wants. He wants to see what he's really made of. It's lights, camera, action. But it's too much, man. It's just too much. I think that the money, the notoriety, all goes in Mikey's favor. Errol's expected to knock him out. So Errol has to do just that. It's another one of those tests for Errol. I believe he's going to pass with flying colors. Mikey's going to learn how to run. It won't save him because Errol's great at fundamentals. He's great at cutting off the ring. And he's great at adjusting as well. Now, when you have that in a fighter that has power in both hands, that has confidence, that has patience, there's nothing you can do. They asked Floyd 3 years ago if he would ever fight Errol. Floyd's response was, at one point, I'm an old man. I love you, Mikey, for taking this fight. It's gonna help bring Errol to the stardom in Jerry's world. It's gonna help Showtime by bringing those Mexican fans over to viewing. It's gonna help Fox start off this pay-per-view. Thank you very much, Mikey, for that. It's well needed for the sport of boxing. You are a Hall of Famer. Hopefully your career will continue after this. I don't see Errol fighting wise gaining anything. Promotion wise gaining a lot. And yeah, that's just my take on the fight, guys. Leave in the comment box, tell me what y'all think. Please like and subscribe to this video, man. I'm out.